How did Civil War submarines move underwater? Imagine trying to sneak through enemy waters with no modern engines or GPS. During the American Civil War, submarines had to rely on simple manual methods to move beneath the surface. The Confederate submarine, called the H.L. Hunley, was powered mainly by people turning a crank. Inside the narrow hull, a crew of men would turn a large hand crank connected to a shaft outside the vessel. This turned a propeller, pushing the submarine forward underwater. It was a tough job, but it worked well enough to get the Hunley close enough to attack ships. Other early ideas included steam engines and electric motors, but these were not practical at the time. Steam engines needed air to operate and produced exhaust that could not be vented underwater. Electric motors were still in their infancy and couldn't generate enough power or last long enough for real missions. So, the manual crank was the best option available. To control diving and surfacing, the submarines used ballast tanks. These tanks could be filled with water to sink or emptied to rise. Crew members operated hand pumps to move water in and out of these tanks. They also used rudders and diving planes, small fins on the hull to steer and maintain depth. Visibility was limited because there were no periscopes. Instead, crew members looked through small windows or deadlights in the hatch, which gave only a tiny view of the outside world. Moving underwater was all about balancing the ballast tanks and controlling the rudders. The crew had to work together to keep the submarine steady and on course. The entire process was slow, with speeds around 4 knots, which is about 4.5 miles per hour. It was physically demanding, but it was the best way to sneak close to enemy ships without being seen. The success of the Hunley in sinking the USS Housatonic proved that even with these simple systems, submarines could be effective weapons. Despite their limited speed and endurance, these early underwater vessels showed the potential for future naval innovations. The manual propulsion system was a clever solution given the technology of the time, and it laid the groundwork for more advanced submarine designs in later years.